The changes in the selection criteria is not making it easy or hard to get a transplant. The level of how hard it is to get heart transplant now in the United States is derived from something else that's called the allocation system. It's how we choose who can get a heart. And if I can express my personal opinion, it's not only the allocation system, it's actually how conservative we are of taking heart transplant. In University of Chicago, for example, we are very aggressive in the heart that we are choosing, focusing on allocating heart transplant or donors without matching their size, body size, rather than matching what we call a left ventricular and diastolic dimension. Historically, whenever we speak about allocation of organ, we don't want that the donor and the recipient will be different by more than 30% in their height and weight. However, this creates a situation that a lot of organ may actually not be used, because if it's a small woman or a kid, maybe we cannot use this heart. It doesn't mean that the heart is not good. We at the University of Chicago use unmet size organs, and we are presenting 220 patient outcome and show that this is a doable thing, and maybe we can increase the donor pool by doing so. So I don't think the new selection criteria is going to change it easier or harder. It's going to open more patients actually to be listed to transplantation. However, the ease of transplant is going to be determined by the allocation system that is currently being revised by the guidelines committee, so we don't know where it's going. And second, whether or not we will be able to increase our donor pool, or by using more organ, or by using another term that is called heart in a box. That is a new device that actually, when we take the heart out, we are limited by the amount of time that it can be outside of the body until we put him, usually 4 hours. A new technology called Transplant, when we take the heart out, we put it inside of a box that actually creates a circle, and the heart continues to beat while he is in transmission. And this can increase the donor pool because we can take heart that will be much farther away. The study need to be done and need to prove himself, and the first Transplant study was published already of the US experience and show no inferiority compared to regular transfer of heart. Now, of course, we need to go outside of the range and see if we can increase the donor pool. The numbers are a little bit different, but let me enlighten you on the numbers, and I think it will give. Currently, there is more than 20,000 people on the list, but we are doing something like 2,000 transplants a year. So it's only represent 10%. And that's the reason the difference is that whenever you need a kidney transplant, you need to go on dialysis until you find a heart transplant. Whenever you need a heart transplant, some of the people will be a good candidate for what we call mechanical circulatory support, or an LVAD, left ventricular assist device. This technology actually can provide them a good quality of life with longevity. Some of them will receive it as a bridge to transplantation until transplant will be found, and other as destination therapy. By that being said, we still have a little bit different of the numbers compared to the kidney transplant people, and however the need much exceed the ability of us providing heart transplantation.